Mate, what is with all these NRL fantasy podcasts? They all sound the fucking same. Welcome to the echo chamber.
Good evening and welcome to an echo chamber, another NRL fantasy fucking podcast. Funny story, this is the second fucking attempt at trying to record this wing fullbacks episode.
I don't admit that.
Nah, man, we gotta fucking tell the truth. We might be a bit fucking...
I was gonna pretend.
Yeah, I'm too wasted to pretend, bro. Like I'm like 8 beers deep now.
If you love your audiences, you have to lie to them sometimes.
Yeah, fuck the audience. Anyway, joining me tonight, we've got Eddy. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Fucking... That was a bit of time down the drain.
Yeah, dude, we wasted fucking 45 minutes of our life. Anyway, also joining me tonight, Rudes. How you doing, brother?
Oh, good, mate. I just want to say I love our audience, particularly Plowboy.
Yeah, you can come and fucking...
Fuck you, Plowboy.
Plow whatever boys he wants.
I wonder if he still listens.
He probably listens, dude. Anyway. Alright. We have about 350, 400 people listen to this podcast every fucking Thursday, Tuesday, whatever day we do it. There's only about 170 is in the overall fucking column. What do you say to that, Eddy?
I'd say it probably means we haven't promoted the league at all, and we've been pretty slack, to be honest, mate. A lot of that's on you, but I don't want to point fingers.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Rudely, what do you reckon, mate?
Mate, I think everyone in the audience wants an opportunity to outscore and show their domination against Plowboy. And I have on good authority that Plowboy's in the league. So get on in there just so you can say I'm better than Plowboy.
Like, even if Plowboy's not in there, I'm about to make an old account and call it that. So
if Plowboy wins our league, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Alright, join the league. The code's in the description. Go down there, copy, paste, get it done, fellas. We want to see fucking 300 people in this league. Alright. We did do a whole thing. We went through team lists. We're not going to worry about that this time. We're just going to go through
skip the team list first.
We're just going to go straight into wing fullbacks. The most expensive wing fullback right now is Latrell Mitchell.
How much is he?
He's fucking 723k, man. He's going to play centre. He's just not an option.
The amateurs were talking him up hard out last night in their podcast, but they were like throwing out situations where like he's just sweeping both sides on attack, fucking defending at centre and doing all the kicking. Like, is that the scenario you actually think is going to happen, or are you just creating an imaginary scenario for the sake of it? Like, I don't know if any of those things happen. Latrell, like, from watching him at fullback for the last few years, he doesn't seem like the sort of guy that's going to go roaming around looking for as much work as possible, does he?
He'd go roaming around looking for a fucking McDonald's.
What part of Latrell makes you think he's going to do that? They talked about Joey Manu doing so. Yeah, Joey Manu was fit and keen.
Yeah, the fuck is that shit?
The only thing I'd say on Latrell is he's going to start with centre dual, so if at some point he ends up back at fucking fullback, tempting, mate. He'll be pretty much straight into my team.
I think he's probably a 650k player that you're paying 720k for, though. And he plays Origin, and he gets suspended, and he gets injured. Like, I can't see why you'd want him in round one.
Yeah, you're paying 750k or 57 points for a centre that averages like 50.
Yeah.
That's just, you're just paying too much.
Well, let's put it this way. I've got guys that are like 100k cheaper than him, ahead of him on my draft list.
Yeah.
And draft. Like, that shows what I think of him.
I have literally every other wing fullback in the game above Latrell at the moment.
Yep.
So
Latrell got their numbers and the price he's at by kicking like 400 metres a game. He's not going to do that from centre.
I don't think he's going to do any kicking, hardly.
Yeah. Right. Teddy is the next. He's basically 685, 684, priced around 54. What do you reckon? Any love for some Tedesco?
I think this is definitely full price. He doesn't play Origin, which is nice, but he's old as shit. And, like, at some point, he's a fullback. Like, speed and shit's important. At some point, he's got to decline. I think you'll get cheaper later. I think it's an easy pass for me. I think you probably want to go Walsh if you're going top
Yep.
price.
We'll talk about Walsh.
Teddy is a buy before Origin. Like he gets cheap at 1 point. Like just wait for it.
Yeah,
You
he'll
know
pump. He'll have a HIA and he'll drop some money, and then you can look at him then. Same as last year, right? So
Yeah, he'll lose like 70k, and
Yep.
suddenly he's looking real appealing, and just jump on. Yeah,
Yeah.
They do have a super easy fucking early draw though. Is the only main thing, but he's at no point has he been in my team. I'll say now.
Yep. Kiraz. Now, Kiraz Conversation 2.0. Bloke's just come out of the injured list. He's 660k and he's got a round 2 buy. Like, I just can't see anyone realistically trying to buy him, right?
I see him floating around in a few teams, but I don't really get it. Like, this is definitely full price for him. He's had an interrupted preseason where he's been on the casualty ward up until like a week and a half ago, or whatever the fuck it was. He's got a round 2 buy as well. It's hardly the recipe for a guy to come in out the gates at winger fullback and be at top form. Like, doesn't usually work like that. I don't see why you'd get him. Either go like, if I want to spend that much, I'd get Herbie. Otherwise, just go cheaper.
Yeah.
Mate, he's been wheeled straight out of resi rehab and then flung onto the pitch. As you say, it's no recipe for success, especially at that price.
And he has struggled with like lower leg injuries. So
Well, and if it's been a lower leg injury, that means he ain't been doing fuck all running. So he's like, even if his injury's fucking quote 100%, like his lungs won't be.
Yeah. Yep, and he's the guy that needs that like high output. He is the
You need him at top form to be worth it, like right off the bat.
Yep. Yeah, so just pass on Kiraz, wait till round 3. He might be able to pivot someone else to him if he looks fucking amazing, but yeah. Reece Walsh, 650. My take on Reece Walsh is that he scores a lot less when Reynolds is in the team. That's historical. That's a big pool of games that says that as well. However, if he is goal kicking, it's a completely different story. And if you want to spend up, Walsh is the guy.
So we discussed on the last pod about how like some people seem to be of the opinion that he always starts real slow, and we established that's not actually the case. Last year he started slow as a motherfucker. I question whether or not he was fully healthy, but anyway, obviously last year terrible first early form. But then we look back in 2024 is actually great early season form. So it could go either way. At the moment, I think his confidence must be pretty high, and he seems to me like a confidence player. So at the World Cup Challenge or whatever the fuck it's called, we could go with the eye test a little bit with him. And if he's the fucking man, then yeah, maybe just go for it. And if he's just whatever, then pass. I don't think he's going to get goal kicking. I think people talking about that are just being hopeful. I mean, it's possible, but he probably won't. So don't plan on him getting it. But if he does get the goal kicking, definitely get him.
Wolski,
That's
what
how
did
I
you
look at it.
say Walsh's base would look like?
I can't remember, man. I think it was like 10. 10 from my memory is like he's not. Well, I'll be honest.
35.
All right.
He's 35.
You mob just fucking growled me about being honest with the audience, and now you want me to fucking tell them my shit take?
Well, to be fair, rudely threw you under the bus, not me. I'm just jumping on.
Yeah, all right, cunts. Right, I see how it is. I did say that I thought his base was 35, and then I looked and he scored like fucking 18 with a try and 3 goals. So his base is definitely not fucking 35.
80 minutes.
It's crazy, bro.
His scores do go up and down. They do.
Yeah, he is a rock.
He's got a low floor, but we saw what he can do. Like, what was it, like 390 pluses in a row or some shit?
Yeah, he pumped it up. Yeah.
I don't think he'll do that, but I think he could still have a pretty good season.
And history tells me if ever Reynolds goes down with an injury, like for an extended period, Walsh is fucking straight into my team, mate, because he turns into doing everything. And speaking of rocks and diamonds, the next highest owned guy is Drinkwater. Next highest price guy is Drinkwater. 630k. after his performances in the trial game, I think people are starting to look at him a bit more, but he's just too expensive.
Is he even going to goal kick now that fucking old mate's in the halves?
He goal kicked in that last trial, and they both, like, everyone was there. So he will goal kick.
I don't know, has Drinky ever come out of the gates hot? I feel like he always drops down into the 500s, and I pick him up for that price every single year.
We always seem to be able to get him around 7-8 for, the 500.
He actually has a tendency to start pretty decently. Like, if you look at 2024,
does he?
His first 4 games are averaging about 50. 2025, he had a couple lower games, but it's still about a high 40s average. Like, I actually don't mind.
That's no value at all, though.
It's just no value. But if you're trying to shore up your spot, you could go worse, especially when Cows have a pretty decent starting run.
Surely at that price you'd just go Walsh if you're going to pick.
Yeah, you pay the extra. I think.
Surely.
I don't know. I think there's arguments to be made that, like, Cows don't have buys to pretty much the end of the season. If you wanted to buy Drinkwater just to shore up your wing fullback for like the first 14 rounds.
Yeah, but I know the first 3 games are good, but then he plays like Melbourne, St. George, Broncos, Manly, Cronulla.
Yeah, well, I reckon 2 or 3 of those teams are good out of those 5, and then it's Canterbury, who I think will have fall off. Parramatta, Sydney, pretty good. Rabbitohs, pretty good. It's pretty fine. I think it really takes. I think it's, if you want a kind of safe, stable score at the back, Drinkwater actually might be.
He's up and down like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't safe.
He got 48, 25, 49, 102.
I've spent a lot of time owning him over the last few years, and fucking stable is not a word I'd use to describe that motherfucker.
No, he definitely rides the Cowboys.
He's got me hundreds, but he's got me a fucking lot of 20s, man.
Yeah, but I might better explain it.
Sorry.
Not to say his score is stable each week, but his average is pretty stable.
I got a question for you, mate. Does Patton get sacked within the first 6 rounds, and do the Cowboys finish in the bottom 4?
Payton gets sacked within the first 8 rounds, but Cowboys finish bottom 2.
They don't buy fucking Drinkwater, then, dickhead. Because he relies on the Cowboys being fucking good.
Oh, they're still going to score points. Like, they're not the Knights who don't know how to fucking attack. The Cowboys just don't know how to defend.
So we started decent last year, and then the moment we went to shit, he got a 13, a 31, a 35, bro. Like, a 25. Like, he just gets... Nah. He relies on the Cowboys being good.
The problem with Payton is fucking he'll lose like 3 games in a row, and he's on the fucking absolute verge of losing his job, and then he'll win like 2 in a row, and then he'll keep his job, and then he'll fucking lose another 3.
Anyway.
So I don't know if he'll lose his job. It depends on how the streak goes. He definitely fucking could, and I do think the Cowboys are a bottom 14. Yes.
Yeah, and Drinkwater's only 4.6% owned. No one actually he's not hugely owned, so...
Nah, but Ridley's not even getting him, even though he's defending him.
Yeah, he's talking shit.
He's defending him strong as, but at no point this preseason has Drinky even been in Ridley's team. So if I can take,
Hammer,
take that with a great salt.
Hammer,
you got me there, but I like him.
Hammer, right?
It's a straight no from me, dog.
Yeah,
it's not even close.
The important thing about Hammer is that he fucks Fuller. Because he said he's going to be fit for round 1, and he 100% wants to play fullback. He doesn't want to move. Fullback's his position. He come out and did an interview today. Everyone the one person that said the news is fucking Fuller's going to be fullback is probably full of shit, and we'll find out in a couple.
You know how I knew it? I was pretty sure he was full of shit from the start because of the way he worded it. Like, after all the mail being that fucking Fuller probably wouldn't be the fullback. His article came out and the headline was that all the mail suggests that Fuller is the fullback. I was like, well, that's not all the mail. Like, that's not what it says. Like, so you're lying already. Like,
yeah. All his mail, bro.
I've since found out that Hammer hasn't trained anywhere apart from fucking fullback, so obviously he's not going to centre.
Yep,
End of story as far as I'm concerned.
same. Next highest price guys, Darren Edwards. Fucking hell.
Oh, but sorry, the reason I don't like Hammer, he's absolute full price, plays Origin, and you heard how keen I was on Drinkwater. Well, I'd play Drinkwater over Hammer, so that's just all you need to say
His
about
name's
Hammer.
Dylan to begin with. I don't know where I got Darren Edwards. Anyway, yeah, I don't like Edwards. Don't really like Nawa either. I think he's priced full. Don't think there's any value there.
Nah, he got
600k.
like 24 tries or whatever the fuck he got last year. I think he's absolute max price.
Yeah. Ponga and Turbo, Voids.
Ponga's foot apparently is still an ongoing dodginess. It sounds like his Sandon Smith might be goal kicking. Ponga's an easy avoid, I think.
Trying to see how many people are on
I'd go
Ponga.
Keeney over Ponga. Keeney, so
Yeah, we'll
that
talk
shows
about
what
Ponga in a second. Ponga's like not even in the top 1% owned, so yeah, everyone agrees. Let's talk about Keeney. We had a lengthy discussion about him.
Yeah.
My take is that he has potential to be a keeper. However, they fucked his price, and I'm not paying 600k for a guy that averages mid-40s.
The way I see it with Keeney is he could average 45 for the first 6 rounds, or he could average fucking 51. The best case, because they've priced him up so high, the best case is only a fucking few points of value. So what's the fucking point? They I know they didn't want him to be fucking priced at like 27 or whatever the fuck it was, because just everyone had him. But there was a bit of fucking middle ground they could have gone for, and I don't know, they're just being gay cunts at 600. At 550, I'd consider it. At 500, I would have been keen, but at 600, nah, there's no meat on the bones. It's priced at 47. Like that's like right in the mid range of what he'll probably score.
Yep. Bridge.
Yeah, Keeney's been in my team for a lot of the preseason. I've been really high on him, and then he came out of my team immediately after the All Stars, solely because I watched that poor fuck get hit 3 times in the head straight off the bat in like 20 minutes. And the issue is Keeney's such a small little kid, and the way he runs with those quick darts from one foot to the other means that he's just running face first into everyone's fucking arms. He is for sure going to spend some time of this year on the sidelines or getting sent off for a HIA, and I don't really like that. When as you've raised, he's pretty highly priced because of FanHub. There's not a lot of value in here. I do think there could be some. Like, this man is electric, and if the Titans are to perform any better than they were last year off the back of Hane as the new coach, which isn't a high fucking bar, I think Keeney's going to be one of the people that causes that, and one of the people that's going to benefit from that. Like, you just had to see how much JC's attacking stats were last year, and I think that's really going to logically flow to Keeney.
Yeah, well, he finished top 10, so... Oh, wait, JC.
Titans are a bottom 4 team as well, though. The problem with Keeney is, even if he does real good, like, he's still only going to be a few points above where they've priced him, so whoop-de-doo. And then every other situation sort of upside is quite a bad result. So it just seems high risk, low reward, to be honest.
Yep. Now, we're going to skip a couple of people here because Braden Burns is actually the next highest priced
Skip him.
wing fullback.
Skip him. No one's buying him.
Do you know what Braden Burns got called today? A Souths reject. Okay. Fuck the Souths reject. RTS, Garrick. We just spoke about Fuller being fucking shadow round if he ever gets a spot because Hammer is actually injured. He's a great option, but he's probably going to be named 18th man, so don't worry about it. AJ Brimson. You liked him last year.
Fuck off. Just fuck off. Just fuck right off.
Eddie, you liked AJ Brimson last year, mate. What happened?
Didn't work out.
You liked him.
And and I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. He's not a goer.
You liked him that much. You convinced me to buy him.
Well, last year, like his previous stats said that he was like a 46-point player starting at the halves or some shit. That's not the fucking case anymore.
Yeah,
No.
fuck Brimson. Brian Toe,
Fucking Gabe Brimson.
bro. Brian Toe, price at 42. Traditionally, fucking a 48, 50 guy. Any love?
Back in the day,
Well, back in the day,
it's not 2000. It's not 2021 anymore.
Well, 24, he averaged 48.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, 25, 47.
Is that what he's priced at? 47.
He's priced at 42, mate. And he averaged last year in games like where he actually played the full game, 47. Are we sleeping on Toe a little bit here?
I didn't realise he was priced that much below his average when playing 80. I'm just going to blanket say no, though. He's an Origin guy as well.
Yeah, he is
he's
an
not.
Origin guy.
So like when you buy a player at that price range, you sort of need them to either be a keeper or to be a hold until round 19 sort of thing, and he doesn't tick either of those boxes.
He plays.
He's going to be a trade out in round 12, so you may as well just not bother. He's not going to make much money.
And he plays Broncos, Roosters, Melbourne Storm in the first 5.
Yeah, no, easy avoid for me.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I'm avoiding him. Rudely, any love for Big Greggy Mars?
Not even a fucking little bit, mate. Have you watched the Knights play? They don't know how to fucking score a try for the life of them. And Marzu needs those attacking stats desperately.
Mate, they might get better.
Yeah, nah.
You never know.
Nah, dog. I'd rather go To'o than him.
Mate, I'm just looking at To'o. That's actually growing on me pretty quickly.
And whose spot in the back line is Fletcher Sharp taking? Because there's been a lot of talk about him going out to the wing, and in that case, Marzu probably wouldn't be making the fucking team.
No, Holbrook said that Sharp's not taking the wing spot.
Oh, did he say that?
He did, but the thing is, how does that make any fucking sense if he's not going into the halves?
So is he just going to pretend Ponga doesn't exist?
If he puts fucking Sharp at fucking 14, that's so disrespectful.
Sharp at 18.
Was one of the best players.
Didn't he win wasn't he the back of the year last year? Or player of the year even?
Oh, fuck if I know, mate. But he was one of the best players in form when he was fucking in the middle of the year last year. He was phenomenal. The only reason the Knights were even looked at or good at any point last year was because Sharp was so electric with the ball.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Marju's a no.
Marju can fuck right off.
And then we're just going to skip pretty much everyone down to the basement, guys.
Right. Hold up.
Who you missing, bro? Who we missing, bro? Oh, Gray and Falunga.
We're missing like two. We're missing two of my starting players, Kane.
Do you know why? Because they're in my team, so they're not in the list on the right hand side, cuz. Sewer and Gray.
Hold up.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Let's start with Gray because he's next online. Yeah. So Gray priced at 39. He averaged like 44 when he was starting at fullback last year, which he's obviously starting. I really like him because that was he hadn't even spent the whole preseason training as the number one fullback. So this is the first time he's ever done that. He's a player on the rise. He gets so many touches and so many meters, and every time you've got the ball and you're making meters, you've got a chance to fucking do stuff. His team, I think, is going to be quite a bit better and more settled this year, unless they get fucked up by injuries again. I see him averaging sort of 45 plus, and he's not going to play Origin. You can keep him all the way up until fucking the run home to upgrade him at a relatively friendly price of 500. The only drawback that I see is that with most of us have Fafita and cheese, so that means around 3 or 4 or whatever the fuck round it is. We've got a third guy on the buy, but I'll just deal with it when we get there if I have to.
Yeah.
Unless Fuller is somehow fucking named in round 1, he's an absolute lock in my team, and even then he still might make my team.
Yeah,
I really rate him as a pick.
there's very few players that can run over 300 meters a game, and Jai Gray is one of them.
And he can regularly do over 200.
Yeah. Well, he averaged 200 last year in games he started and played over at fullback, and he started at 70. He got over there, so yeah, he was.
He's a fucking hearty. He's a hearty fucking cunt for such a tiny little white boy.
Yeah,
he'll even take hit ups. He's a brave little cunt.
Yeah, and very few errors in his team, like in his game, sort of like less than one a game.
He's good.
Yeah, he's a good player. I like him.
He's got a tougher head than Eddy.
He's not the greatest playmaker in the world, but to be honest, like playmaking and doesn't necessarily get a fullback a lot of points.
Yeah, and he's going to have White and Mitchell in the centres. I don't know how much playmaking he's actually going to have to do with them two guys in the centres.
He plays a more Dylan Edwards sort of role, which is kind of weird because he's so small, but it works.
Dylan Edwards not the hugest. Yeah, I like Gray. I think he should be a lock in most people's teams.
His ownership deserves to be higher than it is.
Yeah, it does. I was just actually checking that. What is his?
You said it was like 18 or something.
16%.
That's what you said.
16, yeah.
So yeah. I feel like it deserves to be above 20.
Yep. And the other guy that I skipped over is actually the highest owned fantasy player.
Well, winger, yeah.
Yeah, winger, yep. So, I think we just said low 40s guy, 42, 43, something like that. Maybe
yeah, but that's exactly what I projected. Which is, it's not crazy value, but most of the winger fullbacks aren't. But again, the key thing is it's good enough to hold like quite long term. Like you can hold them all the way until after Origin if you want, but you can definitely hold them all the way up until, was it like around 14 or some shit their first buy?
15.
So you've got the first 14. You got the first 14 rounds of him straight, and he'll be good enough that you don't need to take him out. And as I said on the last one, some people might be worried that his stats aren't that amazing in fullback starts, but this is the first time where he's spent a preseason as the top dog in his position, training as that, and he's a young player on the rise. So yeah, no, I think we'll get around 42, 43, and I think it'll be a good pick.
Yep.
I don't think it's one-day antipod, especially at that ownership level.
Yeah, you get scary at 41%. Not picking him.
That's a lot.
Rich?
Sewer?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I have some concerns about him. I guess his previous stat history has been pretty low, and I know what you're saying, Eddy, that more experience is probably going to be beneficial, but he has been around first grade for a couple of years now. Albeit he hasn't been practicing at fullback the entire time. I do anticipate Melbourne Storm are going to drop off a little bit. I know that I'm in the minority in thinking that.
Well, they're going to be a top 14, so they will.
I've got them sixth, mate. Anyway,
where have you got Sharks?
Huh?
Where have you got Sharks?
Oh, mate, first of course. I've got them fourth.
Fuck off! I knew it was going to be here in the Storm. You're a dick, bro.
Don't have the fucking easiest draw in the comp.
Yeah, they always do, and they always fucking choke.
Yeah, and we'll do it again once we get into the top four.
Yeah, Melbourne will be ahead of them like they always are.
So, saying that, I think like Sewer's been a lock of my team. He hasn't left the entire time. Because he's so highly owned, there's too much risk to not start him.
Yep.
I just do think there is some risk that needs to be acknowledged.
Yeah, I think
he'll be sweet.
I think Storm are going to be fine, mate, and he's going to be fine. I don't expect a 50. It's definitely down closer to 40 for me. And you're looking at maybe 5 points of value sort of thing.
I don't know. It sounds like fucking Ridley's using his lawyer tricks of trying to fucking defend his fucking client that's clearly guilty. Fucking.
He puts him in jail now, mate. So.
Yeah, I'll prosecute him, mate. I'm one of the ones that doesn't get paid well.
Right.
Oh, Moneybags Ridley.
So.
I said I don't get paid.
Cheapies.
Oh, you don't get paid well.
Cheapies, because I don't think there's anyone else relevant we need to talk about to be.
Oh, Cobbo's popular enough that he needs to be mentioned.
So I think Cobbo needs to get centre for him to be considered. I don't think outside Herbie he's somebody I'm going to be super excited about getting the ball. So, yeah.
As we mentioned earlier, like, yes, they go to Herbie's side heaps, but that is for the purpose of Herbie running the ball, not for Herbie throwing fucking passes to his winger all the time.
Yep.
It's like Herbie has 0.5 try assist rate. Fucking, that's not going to be going up. So it's not like he's dishing fucking dimes out to him every week. It'll be fine, but I don't think he'll make a particularly large amount of cash. And the reason I was interested in him earlier was in the hope he would be a DPP centre, because centre's a more difficult position than winger fullback, and it looks almost certain that that's not where he's going to be playing. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Rudely.
So it's a pass for me.
Cobbo.
Oh yeah, no, like there's like I did raise whether he is on the left side. The Dolphins scored the vast majority of their points, more than any other team, down their left side. I think it was 58% of their tries last year were down the left. I think, as Eddy's touched on, the issue is he's next to Farnworth, who's a bit of a ball hog, doesn't really pass. When we discussed this previously, we looked at Bostock, who played left wing last year, and he only had 9 tries and 4 of them were one game, which really just shows that the attacking stats for Cobbo seem to be somewhat stunted solely because of the sheer skill that Herbie Farnworth is on his inside.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason to be buying Cobbo at that swing. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yep. Next guy to mention real quick, we didn't even talk about him last time, was Kyle Weeks. He's about 8.5% owned. He's priced at what he averaged last year, which is 37. I expect Raiders to regress. Am I the only person in that camp?
They probably regress a little bit, I would say. And yeah, he's just full price. He's more one for draft than classic this year.
Yeah. I just don't think without Fogarty they're going to be able to do the same things. And that's not saying that Ethan Sanders isn't a great buy. It's just that without Fogarty, he's just not. The team's not as good.
So he's going to be team with Fogarty, isn't he?
Sorry?
He's going to be team with Fogarty, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I just want to interrupt. There's a bit of breaking news at the moment that's come out on NRL Physio. Reece Robson is expected to miss 8 weeks after suffering a broken hand today.
Watson suddenly becomes interesting. That'll be one to think about.
8 weeks, bro.
8 weeks. That's a significant timeline. Accelerated, they say 3 to 4 potentially. I'd be surprised, given the nature of the injury. But I'm no fucking physio, so... Watson priced at 49 with hooker and mid DPP, 622k.
Well, and Cheese is gone, and the other guy they had as backup hooker last year's over at Medley. So, who else is there?
Fucking not a lot of people, man. It's the simple answer.
Let me just have a quick look at that whole situation right there. Hang on, I'll have a look.
I'm remembering Watson hooker last year averaging 60. So
yeah, suddenly Watson looks a lot more appealing.
Now, so literally just a young kid. That's it.
Oh, mate, I think I might just be switching Grant to Watson in my team right now.
Possibly. Yeah, I need time to think about it because you've only just told me. But one thing's for sure, Watson's suddenly looking like a much more viable option than he was fucking 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Aren't you guys really happy that I fucking fucked up the recording and that we're now only talking about it as I planned it, guys.
Is Watson a wing fullback? Question mark?
Wish.
I don't know, man. That's still 45 minutes of my life I'll never get that back, man. I'm getting older. I'm getting older now, man. Every minute counts, you know?
All right, let's talk about these. Let's talk about the youngsters. Well, not youngsters, but the cheapies, real quick, right? So we got 2 from the Dragons, and do you want to just quickly give us your assessment of that, really?
The Dragons. Well, as I said in the previous recording, Setu 2 is such a good wing fullback. You could almost start him in your starting team.
You fucking lying piece of shit. That's not what you said at all.
So just so the listeners know what actually happened, I talked about how 2 was going to be in my starting lineup and rudely burst out laughing in my face. And by the end of the conversation, he agreed with me.
Confirmed.
In all fairness, I only agree because I then looked at his stats from the weekend where Dragons played against Bunnies, and lost against a B grade team, I might add, which is why my initial reaction was so. But I noted that Setu's score was 48 in those 80 minutes, which is a very good score. The only counter,
but as I said, I knew that he was a tackle busting, block busting sort of winger, and that's why I put him there. So the only difference was I already knew it before I said it to you. I knew you were going to try and hide from this.
I would never. Accountability.
You laughed in my face, and within 1 minute, I'd fucking talked you around to my side.
Yes. So Setu looks like he's going to be, probably should be everyone's either number one backup or potentially starting in your team. Like
I think he's going to be starting fucking for more than half the people that own him.
Yes.
I think that people are going to be running with Faimani as their backup winger fullback, and they'll go with 2 decent winger fullbacks and 2.
Yep.
I think that's the go.
As I said from the get-go, he's in my starting. Worth a shot.
So Falale is dead. He hasn't been named in the trial games. He doesn't look like he's going to get a spot.
Forget about him.
That 35% player base is probably just going to pick up 2. So I expect his numbers to rise through the system. He is like he's now in the game. 230k. Put him in. And then the other one we just mentioned, which was how do you say it, cuz?
I think it's Faimani.
He looks like the next best option in the wing fullback. He looks like he's got that position locked down at the Titans.
He whacked a few. His reserve grade average is only, I think, 34 or something, so it's not fucking shit hot. He beat a few tackles though, and he's cheap and he'll do a job as your 21st man. And he's listed on the NRL website as centre, and I'm hoping that when they fucking add him to the game, because of that, they'll give him centre DPP. Now, there's no guarantees of that, but I think the fact that he's listed as a centre on there will help greatly increase the chances of that.
Yeah, well, after Dewey played 3/4 of the season at centre and they fucked him out of it, I'm not as highly.
That was on purpose, I'm pretty sure, because they were like,
it's on purpose.
he's too much of an amazing buy if we give him the DPP. But it's ridiculous when it was the primary position he played last year.
Between both Firma and fucking him being fucked out of centre. Swear to God. Anyway, enough saltiness about centre. It'll be okay. Let's hope he gets that DPP because he will be that 21st guy or potentially your starting centre.
No, he'll be my starting centre. No question about it. His shit scores can go right into my starting team.
He might end up in my starting team still, but he's definitely at least 21st man. He's still in my squad. Yeah.
Now, a guy from the Bulldogs, Sewer, 230k. There's a fair few people on him, like 5%. So it's not.
Oh no, bro! I can scrap that right now and tell you when you select the cheapest, when you how it gives the players an order of most expensive to cheapest. Yep. When you hit that button, that puts it the opposite. He's like,
he's right at the very
top or what?
Yeah. So people just selecting.
And I only know that because until 2 was added, he was my winger fullback in place of 2. Okay. So that's why that is.
Okay, cool. I guess just the next one is Macassini.
Yep. We talked about him for a bit, actually.
We did. And we pretty much landed on the fact that because he's got the round 1 bye, you can just wait and see. You don't have to take the risk.
Yeah. Only because there's no certainty that he'll win the spot. I think there's a good chance that he does, but He fucking might not. And we've got these guys that are fucking that have won their spots. So you can always just wait till round 3 and just whoever's failing, you can just chop to him. Rather than running the risk, because at this stage of the year, like, you've only got so many spots for cheapies, like, and there's already guys like Couchman or that fucking cunt from the Titans buy that I can't fit, and Mikasini's just got to fall into that basket. There's no spot for him that couldn't be used for someone else in round 1, I think.
Ridley?
My mindset for Macasini is flowing on from what Eddie's saying, which is all fucking bang on the money, is that I think it'll be much funnier if you don't own him and he's not named to start round 2. And I just personally want to be part of that camp compared to the fucking fools that start with him in round 1, get to round 2, have a fucking red dot who's 230k that they can't fucking move on.
Yeah. And if that happened to me, I'd be so angry. I'd go to my back garden, like, beat my dog, and like after the incident with Brendan Eastwood and the cat, we can't have that again.
No, we definitely can't. I will say that Skelton's nowhere in the team for this trial, so I don't know if there's any injury or anything like that, but there's a real risk he just comes back onto the wing and Macasini's named 19th man.
I've heard nothing about Skelton, which is really concerning.
Yeah.
Like, if he should be named in the reserves if he's in contention with the spot and just not and lost it. Yeah. The fact he's nowhere and we still haven't got any confirmation that he's out injured, it's just too much uncertainty. Yeah. Wait to round 3. If you have a shit player, because you're gonna have a shit player that's not fucking making money, you can offload him and go down there.
Well, it's just that I think there's a very good chance he does keep that spot. However, we've got all these other options that are pretty much sure things that are 300k or less. So why do you need to use a spot on them now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% agree. Right. Is there any wing fullbacks we've missed, fellas? Anyone you want to talk about?
Oh, my favorite wing fullback in this conversation is Connor Watson. I think he's the biggest buyer this week.
Oh, fucking! We haven't talked about Chester.
Thomas Chester, the guy that's not getting on the plane.
So we have different views on this one.
We do have different views. Like, I'm of the view of like a rational human being, where a guy.
Okay. Tell us more about that.
What's
that like? Tell me more.
The guy's coming off an ACL. He's injured again. He hasn't trained all fucking preseason, pretty much, and now he's injured, and you want him to get on a fucking 30-hour flight to Vegas. I just don't see it happening.
The only thing with that is, outside of you saying that, I haven't seen any mail that backs that idea up. Like, it sounds like he's going to play. I guess we'll see if he gets on the plane. But
I think, honestly, he's got a spot in the team, and he 100% will get that centre spot. It's just not going to be from round 1. He's just not going to be from round 1. It's going to be round 3 or 4. He's going to play a few reserve grade games and come back.
We'll see if he gets... If he gets on the plane, he's going to be starting at centre. We know that much.
Right? They're not going to take him over to Vegas and then not play him. So I agree completely with that.
The bigger issue, however, is that suddenly, like, for weeks, we thought Purdue was locked in for the 6th role, and suddenly it seems he's locked in for a centre role. What happens when Gabe comes back from suspension?
He plays reserve grade.
You think Gabe plays?
Or he sits on that 18th, 19th man. Yeah, Chester's definitely a big enough talent.
Chester's a superstar.
He is honestly, he is a superstar at the Cowboys. Chester, they think he is the next big thing that's going to come through, and that's why that we kept him and let other people go, mate.
They thought.
Are you really going to pretend that you didn't say superstar by accident right now, or are you going to backtrack?
Well, hang on. Let me just have my 14th beer real quick. No, I meant superstar. I think.
Okay. I respect it.
I think Chester's like really going to be something special for the Cowboys. Honestly,
I don't think he is a good player. Superstar's a stretch.
No, he's not a
Gage
superstar right
Barnes.
now. Well, I think he's going to be one. I think,
Guys,
yeah.
you've heard it here first.
Do you remember that
From
toy
Chester
Stretch
Valiant.
Armstrong from back when we were little kids?
Yeah.
Because that's you reaching right now, motherfucker.
Fucking oath, bro. I agree with that. 90% of our audience has got no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Nah, because they're not as old as me.
Yeah. Anyway,
They're all
I think
young fucking young cunts like Ruby.
yeah, Chester's on the plane. He's going to play. He's going to get that centre spot, and you'll get a cheap 250 guy that'll average mid-30s.
Now you're speaking my language.
That's super score level.
Well,
Superstar.
he's a fullback, bro. He's a replacement for Drinkwater.
Nah, he is good though. He is actually good.
Anybody else in wing fullback we want to talk about? We spoke about Fuller. He's just not going to get the spot, so just forget about him. I don't see anybody else. Turbo, is he going to come back to 2021?
We didn't even mention him.
Yeah, just that's the level, bro. Oh, Tamale. I was high on Tamale, man.
Nah, I just seems full price. I mean, he did what he did, and he's priced accordingly.
Last year's boy.
Yeah, like there's no massive, like you just talked about how you think the Raiders are going to decline.
Yep.
I don't really remember any low minute games or anything like that dropping down his average. I think he just sort of is what he is now.
He had a 1 in 14 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So
but
that might
drags it
be one of them, yeah.
yeah, but like it's not like it suddenly turns him into a fucking 45-point player.
nah,
like,
he was off. He was you could probably take the 11 out.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then you got to take the 18 out.
He's probably a 40 guy priced at like 38 or some shit.
37.
Yeah, nah, it's not enough.
Yep.
For that money, for that money, you fucking could grab a Jai Gray.
All right. We'll have to watch this Connor Watson situation. Any last words, Rudes?
Are you recording this time?
Oh, bro, 45 minutes, man. Even though we spoke for 50 minutes the first time, we got 45 minutes in this time.
Sweet, nothing like spending an hour and a half recording a 45-minute podcast. Eh?
Oh, sorry, fellas. It's all right. I'll drink more next time.
We're just giving you shit. Shit happens.
All right. Over the weekend, I'm planning to do maybe a Bible video. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I have time. Otherwise, I'll see you on TLT on Tuesday.
A Bible video? Fucking you preaching gospel now?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna do a fucking fantasy Bible video.
Why don't you fucking? You're on a Mormon mission like old Hopawati was.
Hopawati, yeah, bro. 2 fingers up the stink.
What the
Fuck, is that what they're doing when they're rolling around on those bikes going door to door?
Don't you remember old Hopawati, bro? Fucking thum up the bum.
Yeah, that was his dad. I was talking about Will Hopawati when he just did the mission, but
I'm pretty sure his dad.
I mean, I suppose I don't know what he was doing when he was going door to door on that bike. Though he could have been going around.
Oh, this is derailed. This is going. All right, thanks guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Yes.
Cheers, fucking boys.